Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about my Cuyana leather tote bag. I've had quite a few requests to actually do a review of this bag, so I thought I would share that given as it has been one of those really hard-working pieces in my wardrobe. So I first purchased this in 2013, just ahead of going to New Zealand Fashion Week, and I bought it because I really wanted something that would fit both my laptop and my DSLR camera, because I was probably going to be working on the go and I just needed something that was going to be a keep all basically. And I also wanted a bag that would fit over my shoulder, and I had been tossing up between getting this and the Madewell transport tote, which are virtually the same bag. They are very similar, although I believe the shoulder strap, the drop length on this was just slightly longer, and to me I thought that seemed to make a lot more sense to go with this option. In terms of my purchasing experience, when I tried to purchase online, I was living in New Zealand at the time. For some reason I couldn't get my order to go through, so I had to contact customer service. However, they were incredibly helpful. They sent me through a PayPal invoice. I was able to put the whole order through. I believe it took maybe a week, if that, for the bag to arrive. It was very quick, and they included a little handwritten note. And yeah, it was just an overall a positive experience. And the bag itself, when I received it, very happy with it. Really nice, beautiful, soft leather. It is raw leather on the interior. I'm not sure if you can actually see that, but it's a raw leather. The straps are attached on the outside here. They're stitched on, and then there's also a pocket. I'm not going to be able to show you this properly, but there's a little zip up pocket in here which you can keep all of your valuables in, and it's quite a large bag. This is the regular size, and I don't know, can you see how big that is? It's quite a decently sized bag, and I can fit so much stuff in here. So yeah, that's one of the great things about this bag. I've used it a lot for work and also just for going on holiday as well, because it just is a perfect carry-on bag when you're going on the plane. I picked this up in the tan leather, and it's a really beautiful soft pebbled leather which has softened up a little bit since I actually got it. However, it was pretty slouchy to begin with. It does retain the odd mark. So one thing you may notice is I have this large dark patch here on the back. I believe this is due to color transfer from my jeans. I'm not entirely sure, but I haven't actually taken it to a leather repair shop to try and get it cleaned. However, I don't worry too much about that because this is the front side of the bag, and I usually keep that side quite close to my body, so no one is going to see it. I'm the only one that knows that it is there. It doesn't really scratch. I can kind of go like this and it won't scratch, which is great. Really happy about that. The only thing I will say is that the raw leather on the inside can transfer onto things that you put inside. So one of the first times that I used this, I'd actually put a spare change of clothes in my bag. I hadn't put it into another bag, I just popped it straight in, and I had a white skirt, and the raw leather actually left a tan mark on the skirt, and I was frantically trying to clean it in the bathroom at the New Zealand Fashion Week venue, which is the Auckland Viaduct, and it was just a nightmare. It was something I hadn't anticipated, so you just need to keep that in mind. If you are putting things inside, it's probably best to put it in another little pouch or in a fabric bag, just to keep it safe and protect it from any potential color transfer. I haven't noticed that I've received any color transfer from the interior in the last couple of years. I think it was only just when I first bought it, so just keep that in mind. In terms of the wear on the handles, you'll see that they have darkened up considerably, which is something that naturally happens with leather. It's called patina. And so yeah, it's really darkened up. The color of the straps differs quite drastically from the bag. So one thing you'll notice about the back is actually that the stitching has come undone, and that's because there is a lot of strain on the handles, particularly because I tend to throw so many heavy items into my bag. But yeah, so the stitching has come undone here, so you can sort of see where the two leather pieces of the strap connect, and it's actually also starting to happen on the other side as well. And this is just on the back. Again, it's not overly noticeable from the front. However, I know it's there, and I really want to get it repaired, as I do think it looks a little bit ratty, so I'm not too pleased about that. But I have had the bag for 3 years now, so I feel like it's done pretty well. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about how much you can fit inside here. So at the moment I have a scarf in here just to actually help the bag retain its shape, but you can kind of see here is quite a big kind of cavernous hole. It's quite wide on the sides, so typically if I'm traveling, I'll be able to fit my laptop, and I've got the smallest MacBook Air I'll fit in a Kindle, I'll fit in all of my wires for my cell phone and my laptop, my Canon 5D Mark III. I can also fit a tripod in here as well, which is amazing, although it does get pretty heavy on my shoulder. I can fit snacks, notebooks, pens, a little makeup pouch, all of that, and then I can still pop my scarf in on the top as well. And it's actually a really great bag that I quite often use for work, just to have a spare pair of shoes in there. So I walk to work in my Nike Roche runs, and then I will switch into a nice pair of shoes at work just so that I don't ruin them. And so this is great because there is a lot of space in here for doing that. Overall, I think that this is a really great bag. It's a really great purchase. I haven't tried one from Madewell. However, I know people who have purchased it and they really like it. So I say it's just more personal preference. But I am really pleased. I like the customer service experience. I like the leather of it. I like the way that it's worn, aside from the minor little issues here on the back. And I also think that they've got a really great color selection at Cuyana as well. So I obviously got the tan, but there's a black, there's gray, burgundy. I'm pretty sure there might be a blue and a green. So if you want color options, I think that Cuyana is a great way to go. And I'm actually contemplating purchasing a new one. I had a bit of an issue on the front here. I popped a bag of food on here and it was a bit oily. I hadn't noticed and it leaked through onto the bag. So there's a couple of stains here. The leather really soaks up any marks like that. So you need to be cautious of that, because I tried to get it out with a bit of dishwashing liquid and water and it didn't work, which is typically what you try and do for something like this. So that's a bit of a shame, but I am thinking about possibly getting the grey pebbled leather with a zip, because I like the idea of being able to zip up my belongings and not have it completely open like this where someone can just pop their hand in. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the Cuyana leather tote bag. This is the regular size, not the long size, in case you were wondering. I know I mentioned it before. But so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and getting to hear a little bit about my thoughts on the Cuyana leather tote bag. As I mentioned, I have loved this bag, thrashed this bag to death, and I'm still going to continue wearing it as it has just been such a great staple piece in my wardrobe. Right, let me know if you're planning on getting one of these bags yourself. I'd love to know what color you're thinking of picking up, and do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Anyway, I will see you next week with a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.